Hi, IGEL community. Once again, a pleasure to offer some facts and details of our upcoming IGEL OS 11.08 rolling and also IGEL OS 11.09 100 stable release. My name is Christian Werner. I am the Director of Product Management at IGEL. I am working here for nearly 12 years now, and my team and I are responsible for all IGEL OS releases. This means with the new IGEL Cosmos world that also IGEL OS 12 base system versions and app releases are handled by us, means also a nice session for our upcoming 12.2 stable release of IGEL OS 12 base system, and corresponding app releases will be offered in the very near future.
So hold on, you mean that for today you did not prepare only one firmware update, but two at one time, is that correct?
That's totally correct, yes.
Wow.
So the next upcoming IGEL OS releases, so topic for today, and as mentioned, we will take care about OS 12 base system and app releases in one of the very next sessions, I guess, within the next 2 weeks. I hope that's okay for you.
Definitely.
Okay, perfect. Then back to topic, and let us discuss the IGEL OS 11 releases. So the next one is the 11.08 for 40. So the IGEL OS 11 rolling release for August, and this is scheduled for August 16th, so next week. Again, what means a rolling release? So this is a fully qualified or QA verified IGEL OS release, but not with any kernel related changes, as these are only offered with our stable releases. Cause kernel updates requiring a lot and a longer QA cycle. And for offering constant flow of published IGEL OS releases, we are using the rolling release in between the stable releases. So this is also the case for IGEL OS 12 base system releases. So just a bit background. So base system of 11.08 for 40, nothing really new in this rolling release. This will change, of course, in the 11.09 100 stable release, but later more to that. In this rolling release version, we are still using kernel 5.17 and the mentioned display link driver. Basically, there is an update available, but the new driver is too slow and so unfortunately not usable for us. And already added in the last rolling release, the 11.08.330, newer backport drivers for fixing any may occur issues with Intel Wi-Fi chipsets are offered here as well.
Just a question here, Christian. Display link is a topic that I know for a couple of years now, but could you maybe explain quickly what display link means?
So display link is a driver for offering a good support of docking stations usually.
Perfect. Basically replicating the video to another output or to an additional output delivered by via USB, right?
Exactly, and connected via docking stations. Exactly.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
That's the main reason for the display link drivers. So with every public release, we are offering the current and relevant security fixes. So a list of CVEs is addressed. All of them are listed in our corresponding release notes, so usually a huge list. Firefox and Chromium browser were also updated to reduce any potential and related security risk or fix that. And basically any published IGEL OS version contains updated browser versions, as this is just mandatory for offering a secure system. Then let's move to the clients. Our IGEL Azure virtual desktop client is updated. In particular, this is the version 1.1.25. And in this version, a huge step were made in regards of performance in Teams. With a lot of constant work in our dev team, we have now a faster and smoother Teams in AVD. So no matter if one-to-one calls or calls with many participants, so all AVD users, please use this or any later upcoming versions if you are using Teams, because this is definitely a huge step forward.
May I add one additional extremely important note in that manner, because we have a lot of discussion in the Azure community regarding a post and a notification that is being sent out by Microsoft to a lot of users. The date of the August of 15th is a really important one to all our AVD users. So just in case, you don't have to update to 440 to that date because it will not be available, but please update to IGEL OS 11.08 330 or 360 before the 15th of August, or you might face some outage. If you have any questions on that, please feel free to reach out to us in the Azure community on join.azurecommunity.com, and we'll be happy to help you. But that's a very important thing that you have to do before going to 440 just to avoid any interruptions.
Yeah, definitely worth to mention. And there's also an easy way to check if you are affected with a custom command and a custom check in the console. But now back to the release. So secondary ringer for calls via Teams is also added. So an incoming call is heard not only via headset, but with that feature also on an additional device or speaker. And also for remote apps in AVD, an always visible app bar with integrated clock and date was added. So if app bar is enabled, it reduces the work area. All open apps are shown in the app bar, etc. So overall, an usability increase is offered with that nice and combined feature. Already offered as app for OS 12. We are now providing the new IGEL agent for Imprivata, now also for OS 11. Of course, in an integrated way. This enables using Imprivata with IGEL AVD, which was not possible before, and increases also the flexibility as the new agent does not run in appliance mode only. So IGEL Desktop can be accessed and used to set user-related things in a convenient and effective way. So Imprivata is now offered in the so-called non-appliance mode, which was also a quite demanded topic.
This is huge. Honestly, sorry to interrupt you, Christian, but for every listeners who are watching to that release version, this is huge. We were waiting for that feature since, I would say, more than 10 years now. So accessing all the different applications like the display switcher, the Wi-Fi connector, or any application that you wanted to use in parallel to your Imprivata PIE is now available from the desktop, from the start menu, as always on every other session. So if you wanted that feature, look at this release. It will blow your mind, I promise.
Oh yeah, so as mentioned, so this is a huge step here. So of course we are working closely with Imprivata, but the non-appliance mode was not possible up to now. And of course that's now a good and easy thing, and it enhances just the flexibility to use Imprivata now on IGEL OS. Also, this new agent requires an IGEL add-on license, which is free of charge. So please request via mentioned subsite of igel.com. So igel.com/Imprivata agent. Fill out the form, mention the desired use case, and IGEL will inform you about the new possibilities in a more detailed way and provides also the required license to use our new solution. And definitely super worth to mention, there will be also a separate session where we are introducing the new IGEL agent for Imprivata in a very detailed way, of course, promoted and shown via IGEL community, the place to be for stuff like that. So Citrix Workspace App 2307 is also part of this release. No new big features in this release, but a few nice improvements. And of course, all current fixes are included. So using short tones in Teams is fixed and now usable. A few nice topics are offered as technical preview. So HTTPS support for proxy servers. And also quite nice is the copy and paste feature between two sessions. And of course, Citrix is always keen receiving some feedback for the tech preview features. So if possible, test and let Citrix or also IGEL know. Furthermore, we are working on an app for the early access release of Citrix Workspace App 2308. This was released Monday this week. And of course, the app will be offered for testing only. One further main client of IGEL OS is, of course, the VMware Horizon client. With that release, we are offering the current Horizon client 2306. This enables a few nice features to increase the usability, so like the possibility to use and open local files in published applications, and also some nice automation features like auto-connect to desktop or published app if only one exists, broker auto-connect, and also configurable post-session behavior. So it makes it more handy and in lives of administrators a bit easier. Some further and regional updates in that release, updated ciphers for OpenVPN. Default is now AES 256 encryption, but it is now also possible to add a corresponding custom list. So a security update and enhancement. And further options. Yeah, please.
Sorry, just to interrupt you, Christian, for a second, because we had this question a couple of times already in the IGEL community in the last weeks. And I know that a lot of customers are using newer versions of OpenVPN where the cipher suite is set to another combination as we use usually, and we had to use custom command to override that. Not needed anymore in that feature. So just in case, if you were part of the thread where we discussed that with the custom command, not needed anymore, please update to 11.08 and 40.
Yes, super important. So yes, thanks for that, Sebastian. And also further options for integrated Open Connect VPN client are offered. With that, you can now use also Fortinet, F5, and ERA protocol, in addition to the existing options for using AnyConnect, Pulse, PAN, Global Protect, or Juniper. So please note, we are offering the options, but not full support for that stuff. So all protocols are offered with limited support from our side. And a lot of further client updates are integrated in this release. You know, we have a lot of solutions integrated and we take care about all partner solutions in the best possible way. Focus, of course, is still unified communications, as this is and will stay a big topic. So all necessary updates are offered in IGEL OS 11 firmware, and of course, also as corresponding apps for OS 12. Another main focus is supporting the great products and endpoints and docs of our hardware partners in an official and IGEL validated way. In that release, we've added support for the new Gen 4 Lenovo devices. In first instance, in that release, we are starting with the AMD-based models of L14 and L15 Gen 4, including also the LTE support for the inbuilt chipset. This is Quectel EM05G. So we are offering the support, including LTE. And to make it more complete, as laptops are usually used with a corresponding dock, support for the Lenovo USB-C universal dock is also given with that release. Worth to mention, support for the Intel-based models of L14, L15 Gen 4 will be offered later with the base of 11.09, as we need kernel 6.1 for supporting the platforms. And also one further supported HP model with the mobile thin client T440 G3. Here also was planned with the LT support, but this is not possible to offer in that version. This will be offered then with the upcoming IGEL OS 11.09.100. So yeah, that's it for the rolling release in August. Now a few words to the next stable release, so the 11.09.100. The targeted date is here September 21st. So this is a base system upgrade. So we are upgrading the base from Ubuntu 18.04, which we still have in the 11.08, to Ubuntu 22.04. So to the so-called Jimmy version. So means all relevant and related base packages are updated, necessary for offering just all current security updates and full third-party solution support. So of course, this is a huge step for us and a lot of work to do, but it's just mandatory to offer the best possible support. Also, kernel is updated. Now we have LTE kernel 6.1 in the minor version 42. With that, all security issues are addressed and fixed. And of course, we are offering further support for current hardware platforms and chipsets, as mentioned with the Lenovo Intel models, so the Gen 4 Intel models of Lenovo. Zulu JIE is also updated to match with the Java update in the UMS console. Oh, excuse me. And offer also the related security updates. Now to the security updates. Furthermore, as mentioned, browsers are always necessary to update in regards of security, and so these are updated once again. Chromium in version 115 or maybe later, and Firefox in version 1.2. 102.13 or 115 ESR. We are still working on the 115, but I just cannot commit it at that point of time. Besides of the Ubuntu package upgrade, we are offering one further big and very demanded feature. This is the in-system migration from IGEL OS 11 to IGEL OS 12 base system. For that, we are performing some checks, so is enough disk space available, battery level and health status of the battery. We are offering a checkbox to delete custom partitions in course of migration, just for offering a smooth migration way, so nothing has to be prepared on the system, and the user can work until migration is triggered. Upgrade can then be scheduled then via jobs in UMS, The user stops working on OS 11 and has OS 12 in place overnight without any necessary user interaction. So just for offering a very smooth way from the IGEL OS 11 world to the IGEL OS 12 base system with the corresponding apps.
This is, by the way, something that we missed from the beginning on. So a big, big thank you to the whole product management, but also dev team to have brought that to the market, because that was one of the major showstopper, because some customers didn't move from OS 11 to OS 12 or from UMS 6 to the new UMS 12 version because they were not sure how to update, how will the migration path look like. Guys, that's the version you were looking for. You will not have to use OSC or PXE to reconvert your devices from OS 11 to OS 12. This step will be described in detail in the KB in our knowledge base, but just in case, give it a try, test as much as possible before going to production, but you would definitely love it. I had the chance to watch a video a couple of days ago, and that's exactly what we are looking for. It's a way smoother than from OS 5 to OS 10 or from OS 10 to OS 11. Give it a try. It's more than mind-blowing.
Thanks a lot for that, Sebastian. It's always nice to hear. And of course, our focus is to make it as easy as possible and as usable as easy as possible is the best description for that. So quite smooth, and then you can use OS 12 and the new world with the modular system, with the apps, and super easy and flexible way then. Okay, now let's continue. Some more client updates to come as well in the 11.09. Citrix Workspace app, quite probably we will use the 23.08 in this version. NCP Enterprise client, update to version 6.0 will come. IGEL AVD, so we are constantly improving that client for a perfect user experience, and so one further update may come. And also necessary to update is the Imprivata Bootstrap update for Proof ID Embedded, so the old Imprivata world that offers support for a new base in IGEL OS. And also in this version, a bit more hardware support comes. This with 2 more devices from IGEL Ready partner, now Pepperl and Fuchs. So 2 of their industrial sync clients are now, and with release of 11.09.100, officially supported. And we are supporting the USB-C docking from LG, of course, verified with some already supported platforms, devices from LG. And I guess that's it. Yes, it is. And yeah, thanks a lot for your attention. Thanks a lot for your good questions, Sebastian. And yeah, please feel free to reach out to me if there are any further questions. And yeah, that's it from my side for that.
Thank you very much, Christian. Thank you for the time you took to show out the new features and new implementation that you did. I know that a couple of people are thinking, why are we taking so much time maybe to deliver a firmware? Now you see why, because we have so much dependencies. We have so much components working together, especially in the OS 11 world, that we have to double test and double check all this cross-referencing to be sure that the firmware we're delivering to you is stable. IGEL OS 12 is making things way easier, since we do not have all the dependencies to check on every base OS update, etc., or at least not in the same way as we did on OS 11. So big thank you for this huge step in the right direction. A big thank you again for the migration path for the new kernel, because that was one feature I was looking for a long time due to a compatibility issue I'm facing by my own on my own laptop. So thank you very much, team. See you next time. We'll publish this recording today or tomorrow. In any case you have questions, you can ask them in the IGEL community, and we are happy to forward them then, if we can't answer them by our own, to our product management team. Thank you very much. See you soon, guys.
Thanks. See you. Bye.